I am here to do the book courtship tag, and I was not tagged by anybody, but that's okay because that's never stopped me before. So I have not yet read these questions, so I'm just going to do this on the fly and see how that goes for me. And let's get started. Question is initial attraction. Select a book that you picked just for the cover. And for this, Not a Drop to Drink by Mindy McGinnis. I just thought this cover was very interesting. And the bottom right here where this pond is very slick, where the rest of it's kind of rough. And I was just obsessed with this very creepy cover. Next question. First impressions. Pick a book that you picked just because of the summary. The Spectacular Now by Tim Tharp. I did not know anything about this book, but I loved the summary. I'll just read you the first sentence. So my beautiful fat girlfriend Cassidy is threatening to kick me to the curb again. My best friend suddenly wants to put the brakes on our lives of fabulous fun, and my dad, well, my dad is just a big fat question mark that I'm not sure I want to answer to. And I just thought that that was so funny, the fact that he called his girlfriend fat. I was very interested. I thought that the character was going to be very different and not so picture perfect, which he is. So yes, I really picked this book because of the summer. Next, Sweet Talk, a book with great writing. For this, I'm going to go with All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. This book is set in World War II, and it follows two different perspectives, a blind French girl and a boy, young Nazi soldier. And I really liked the writing. It was very poetic, but what I really enjoyed the most was the way that they portrayed the blind girl. They did not portray it as a disability. Really, it just showed how she overcame everything regardless of her illness. It was not even an issue to her. It was just part of her life, and I really liked how that was portrayed. 4. First Date. This is pick a book that was the first book in the series that made you want to pick up the rest of. Selecting the selection by Kara Cass. I read the selection in just a few hours. It was so quick, it was so fun, and it really made me want to read the next book. And I ended up finishing the series in probably 3 days, if not sooner than that. I just could not put them down. Late Night Phone Calls, a book that kept you up all night reading. For this, I'm picking The City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. When I first read this book, I stayed up till probably 2 a.m. reading it just so I could finish it. And then as soon as I finished it, I had to watch the movie. I DVR'd it. And so I got out of bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and went and watched the movie, which sucks, but that's a different story. But yeah, this book definitely kept me up all night reading it, and I love this series so much. And I'm so excited for the TV show. What? Always on My Mind, a book that you could not stop thinking about. Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I just recently actually read this book this month, and I absolutely adored it. I read it on my Nook, and I love it so much that I instantly went out and bought a physical copy just so I could have it in my collection. I cannot stop recommending it to friends anytime they're like, oh, what should I read next? Read this book. Because the instant that I finished reading this, I wanted to just instantly reread it again because I was so drawn into the story. It is so fun. It is so fast-paced, and I highly recommend it to everyone. Getting Physical, a book that you love the way it feels. For this, I am picking Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. This book is so fan-freaking-tastic. I can't even get over how amazing this book is. I mean, and it feels amazing, and it has the pretty pages, and it has a bookmark, and I just want to sleep with this book at night. I love it so much. Phase 8, Meeting the Parents. Pick a book that you would recommend to all of your friends and family. Well, I think I already kind of answered this with Ready Player One. Recommend it to everybody all the time. But if I had to pick a different one, I guess I would pick The Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. This book I just actually finished recently, and it was very good. And the reason I would recommend this book is because I feel like if you're new to dystopian fantasy, it's pretty easy to follow along. There's not a ton of characters where you get kind of lost in all of it. Like Game of Thrones, for instance, can be a little hard to follow if you're not used to fantasy. But I feel like this book is really enjoyable for everybody. And phase 9, the final phase of courtship, is thinking about the future. Pick a book that you will reread many times in the future. There is only one book that I really plan on rereading several times in the future, and that is going to be Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. I plan on rereading this book my entire life. I will read it to my children. I will read it to my grandchildren. I will read it to myself every year for the next however many years I have left. I love this series. I love this book. This is my childhood all wrapped into one. So Harry Potter, duh. Alright guys, well that is all that I got today, and I will see you guys later with another video. Bye!